child of God. As you stumble on this video, perhaps not by chance, it will serve to awaken your spirit. If you feel connected to this message, you may have noticed that certain people behave differently around you for no clear reason. You treat them with kindness and respect, yet they seem uncomfortable, distant, or uneasy. This is not a coincidence. On a spiritual level, your presence stirs something within them. You carry a sense of awareness that naturally brings truth to the surface. When someone is hiding insecurity, fear, jealousy, or inner conflict, being near a person who lives honestly can feel unsettling. Your light does not harm anyone, but it reveals what others are not ready to face within themselves. Because of this, some people may withdraw from you, feel threatened by you, or react with envy or negativity. These reactions are not caused by your actions, but by the contrast between your inner alignment and their inner struggle. Truth challenges falsehood, peace highlights unrest, authenticity exposes pretense. This is more than ordinary human behavior. It is a spiritual experience that occurs when awareness meets resistance. When you walk in integrity and clarity, you naturally disrupt environments built on denial and avoidance. Your presence alone encourages change, even without words. To help you understand this more clearly, this message can be explored in 7 simple sections. It is not meant for everyone, but for those who are ready to reflect deeply and grow consciously. Those who remain open will gain insight into why their energy affects others so strongly. If this message resonates with you, it may be a sign that you are stepping into a deeper understanding of yourself. You are learning to stand firmly in your truth, to honor your inner guidance, and to remain steady despite opposition. If you feel connected to this message, typing 77 in the comments now. This simply represents your readiness to move forward with clarity, confidence, and spiritual maturity. Fully aligned with your path, not everyone will feel connected till the end of this message, and only those who are ready for deeper understanding will remain engaged. Those who continue will begin to recognize why their presence affects others so strongly, and why their energy creates reactions without effort. This message offers clarity and spiritual awareness. It helps explain why people respond to you the way they do, and why your presence can bring discomfort to those who resist growth. You are not forcing change. Your alignment naturally reveals what is hidden. This is not information meant to be heard once and forgotten. It is guidance meant to unfold over time. Each time you return to it, your perspective may deepen and new understanding may surface. Growth happens in layers, and spiritual insight develops gradually. Allow this message to meet you whenever you are ready. Trust that each reflection brings you closer to clarity, strength, and self-awareness. Now take a moment to center yourself. Breathe, reflect, and prepare to understand the deeper layers of this experience as we continue. Now let us begin. Section number 1. Your inner light reveals hidden shadows in others. Chosen one. When you enter a room, you do not need to call attention to yourself. The energy you carry is already felt by those around you. This presence is not just a feeling or a mood, it is the reflection of a deeper spiritual alignment within you. Your light shines naturally and cannot be diminished by criticism, rejection, or misunderstanding. People notice this light, even if they cannot name it. Some feel drawn to it and find comfort, while others feel tension or unease. Those who are struggling with inner negativity, jealousy, resentment, or dishonesty may find your presence challenging. Consider this. Someone who is dishonest or deceitful avoids the truth. Someone consumed with envy finds it difficult to be near gratitude. Someone carrying anger or bitterness cannot easily sit beside joy and peace. The contrast between your clarity and their hidden struggles makes them uncomfortable. You do not create this discomfort intentionally. Your light simply reflects truth and integrity. When you walk in alignment with your higher purpose, your presence naturally highlights what others may be hiding, encouraging reflection and sometimes resistance. Beloved child of God, you do not need to challenge people directly or point out their behavior. You do not need to correct them or explain anything. Your presence alone brings awareness. Just like light filling a dark space, your energy naturally reveals what has been hidden. When this happens, people begin to feel their own inner conflict. Instead of reflecting inward and growing, many people react by pulling away or becoming defensive. This reaction is not truly about you. It comes from what your presence awakens inside them. The clarity you carry stirs their conscience, and that discomfort can feel overwhelming. On a spiritual level, awareness is recognized before words are spoken. The truth you carry is sensed even when you are silent. Your energy communicates alignment, strength, and purpose. That is why some people feel something different about you before they even know you personally. Your presence acts like a mirror. Around you, false behavior becomes harder to maintain. Pretending feels exhausting, excuses lose their power. Hidden emotions rise to the surface. You do not expose anyone intentionally, but your authenticity encourages honesty, whether others welcome it or resist it. This is why relationships with certain people may feel unstable. One day they seem warm, and the next they feel distant. One moment they appear supportive, and later they withdraw. This shift is not random. It is a response to the reflection your presence creates within them. People who carry jealousy feel uncomfortable near gratitude. Those holding desire without discipline feel challenged by purity. Those living in dishonesty feel disturbed by truth. Your presence reminds them of what they are avoiding. Your light does not need to be loud, it simply exists. And that existence alone brings clarity. What you carry is not ordinary, it is purpose placed within you. It was never meant to make you fit in, but to help you walk with strength and spiritual awareness. Some will feel drawn to you because they sense hope and peace in your presence. Others will resist you because they feel exposed. Both reactions point to the same truth. You are living in alignment with what was placed inside you. Section number 2. Your calmness reveals their inner turmoil. Beloved chosen one, you may have noticed this. When you enter a room with calmness and stability, some people suddenly become tense or irritated. You have done nothing wrong. You speak kindly and act respectfully. Yet their mood changes. This happens because negative energy thrives in disorder, confusion, and emotional unrest. Your peaceful presence removes the fuel they depend on. Peace is more than silence or stillness. It is a form of spiritual strength. It allows you to remain steady even when surrounding circumstances are chaotic. For those accustomed to drama, anger, or constant conflict, your calmness feels unsettling and foreign. Some people may try to provoke you, test your patience, or create conflict in hopes of drawing you into their chaos. When you refuse to react and maintain your composure, you reduce the power of that unrest. Your inner stillness naturally rebukes the disturbances around you. This principle has always existed. In spiritual teachings, peace demonstrates authority. When you remain unshaken during challenges, you reflect a deeper power that disrupts turmoil. Your presence alone brings clarity and balance, forcing hidden tension and uncontrolled emotions to surface. When you maintain inner peace, you are not just avoiding conflict. You are exercising spiritual authority. You are showing that true strength does not rely on chaos, and this can unsettle those who depend on it. The calm within you becomes a quiet power that shifts the energy around you. This is why some people criticize you for being quiet, composed, or seemingly unaffected. They may think your calmness is weakness, but it is actually one of your greatest strengths. Your silence communicates more than words ever could. Your steadiness carries power that can quiet anger and resolve tension. By refusing to be drawn into unnecessary conflict, you demonstrate a higher spiritual awareness. Understand this, not everyone is opposing you personally. Often they are resisting the energy you bring. Negative forces or unresolved inner struggles in others react to the clarity and balance you maintain. When you stay calm, you deny chaos the influence it seeks. Your peace functions as a protective shield and a spiritual tool. The calmer you remain, the more the unrest around you is exposed and weakened. Guard your inner tranquility as you would a precious gift. People, situations, and distractions may try to disturb it, but keeping it allows you to remain in alignment with your spiritual authority. True peace comes from a deep connection with God. When you walk in this peace, you naturally discern who aligns with your energy and who does not. Your presence becomes a measure of authenticity, revealing which relationships are healthy and which cannot handle the atmosphere of balance and truth you carry. Section number 3. Your honesty reveals hidden falsehoods. Chosen one, when you are genuine and true to yourself, your presence can make others uncomfortable. People who hide behind lies, pretense, or manipulation feel exposed when they are near someone who is authentic. Your sincerity shines naturally, and it cannot be dimmed by their attempts to deceive or impress. Authenticity is powerful. It brings clarity and highlights what is not real. Those who depend on manipulation or dishonesty cannot maintain their masks around you. Your integrity acts like a light, revealing inconsistencies, hidden motives, and false behavior. This is why some people react to you with discomfort, criticism, or avoidance. They are not upset by your words, they are unsettled by the truth you carry. Your honesty exposes what they have been hiding from themselves and others. Fake friendships, hollow praise, and superficial love often fall away when tested by your presence. You do not need to call anyone out. Simply being genuine forces people to face the reality of their own behavior. Some may reject you, not because of who you are, but because your authenticity highlights what they cannot confront. Your presence naturally challenges falsehood and dishonesty. People who feel threatened by truth will avoid you, criticize you, or speak behind your back. This is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of the power of your genuine spirit to reveal what others try to conceal. Chosen one, let this settle down in your mind. Your honesty and authenticity are not weaknesses. They are protective tools. They shield you from deception and keep you close to people who are genuine. Those who have harmful intentions cannot maintain falsehoods around you for long. Masks will eventually fall, lies will be revealed, and truth will prevail wherever you stand. Do not change who you are to make others comfortable. Do not hide your true self for acceptance. If your honesty or integrity unsettles others, let it be. If your presence reveals hidden motives or false behavior, let it be. Your authenticity is more than personal expression, it is a spiritual tool. Each time you act in alignment with truth, negativity loses influence, barriers are broken, and greater freedom is created, not just for you but for all whose lives you touch. Section number 4. Your blessings stir unseen resentment. Chosen one, your life carries a spiritual favor that cannot be explained by effort alone. You experience opportunities, guidance, and success that come from a higher source. Even in difficult times, you rise stronger. This favor naturally irritates negative forces because it cannot be manufactured or manipulated. It is a gift from God. Favor is more than material gain. It shows in the way your path is guided, how the right connections appear, and how doors open where none seemed possible. Others notice your ability to overcome challenges, the way people respond positively to your presence, and the influence your words carry. This can trigger envy in those around you. Comparison feeds resentment, and negative forces take advantage of it. People may secretly question why you succeed when they struggle. They may wonder why you continue to rise despite obstacles. They cannot see that your strength and favor come from a divine source, not from human effort. Your life demonstrates that God's guidance brings results beyond what anyone can achieve on their own. Child of God, favor may seem unfair to some, but it is a reflection of divine order. It is God's way of rewarding faithfulness, patience, and purpose. When others gave up, you persevered. When others compromised, you stayed true. When others chased short-term gain, you remained grounded in truth. This is why blessings rest in your life. Your favor can reveal the lack of faith in others. Instead of seeing your life as evidence of God's goodness, some respond with jealousy, gossip, or attempts to compete. They may try to imitate your success, sabotage your efforts, or overshadow your achievements, but these efforts cannot diminish the divine purpose you carry. Consider the story of Joseph. His brothers resented him, not for his actions, but because of the favor and vision God placed in his life. Similarly, you may encounter envy or opposition because of the blessings and destiny placed upon you. Their resentment cannot stop your path. It only confirms the significance of your calling. Do not retreat when others show envy. Do not hide your blessings to make them comfortable. Let your favor shine fully, as it is meant to impact not only your life, but also those connected to your mission. Your life is proof that God is active, guiding, and blessing those who walk faithfully with Him. Section number 5. Your self-control removes their influence. Chosen one, spiritual discipline creates freedom. It is not only about avoiding harmful choices, but about choosing alignment with God. Discipline shows that you are no longer ruled by impulse, desire, or emotion, but guided by wisdom and spiritual awareness. Each time you pray, reflect, fast, or resist temptation, you weaken the patterns that once held power over your life. Discipline closes access points that negativity once used. This is why it creates resistance in the spiritual realm, because control is lost where discipline is present. Many people live under the control of habits, emotions, and urges. They react quickly, return to harmful cycles, and struggle to maintain change. Without discipline, these patterns repeat year after year. You are different because you have learned restraint. You pause instead of reacting. You choose growth over comfort. You have trained yourself to rise above momentary temptation. Where others are driven by impulse, you operate with intention, and this removes the influence that once held power. This is why some people attempt to draw you back into old behaviors. They encourage familiar gossip, habits, or distractions you have already left behind. They may minimize your growth or suggest compromise. What they are really doing is trying to reopen doors that discipline has already closed. Each time you stand firm, you reinforce your freedom. Your consistency is proof that control has been broken. Discipline keeps you aligned, protected, and steady, and it reminds negative forces that they no longer have authority over your life. Beloved chosen one, your discipline is a powerful spiritual weapon. Every time you resist temptation or make choices that honor God, you are declaring that you are no longer under the control of darkness. This steady obedience challenges negative forces because it shows that their old methods no longer work on you. Discipline brings blessings. It helps you recognize deception before it affects you. It strengthens your spirit to endure trials that might overwhelm others. It protects the anointing and purpose God has placed on your life. And it prepares you for greater responsibilities and opportunities because God trusts a disciplined vessel. The enemy targets your discipline because he knows it holds authority. He tries to distract you in prayer, tempt you during fasting, or wear you down so you might compromise. Losing discipline makes a person vulnerable. But when you remain steadfast, you are secure and untouchable. Continue to choose prayer over laziness, holiness over compromise, purpose over distraction. Every act of self-control is a spiritual victory. Each time you resist, you affirm your authority. Each time you remain firm, you demonstrate spiritual strength. Discipline is not merely a habit, it is a shield, a sword, and a sign of authority. Your consistency irritates negative forces because it shows that their influence over you has been broken for good. Section number 6. You no longer move at the same level. Beloved child of God, you are not who you used to be. Growth has changed the way you think, feel, and respond. Every challenge you overcame, every temptation you resisted, and every time you chose faith over fear has lifted you to a higher level of spiritual awareness. Your sensitivity to truth has increased, and your ability to discern has matured. Because of this growth, you no longer operate in emotional and spiritual states that drain life and clarity. Lower states such as fear, anger, jealousy, confusion, and bitterness no longer feel comfortable to you. These states thrive on disorder and distraction, but your spirit has learned to seek peace, wisdom, and alignment with God. Through prayer, reflection, obedience, and intentional living, your inner focus has shifted. What once entertained you now feels empty. What once pulled at your attention now feels heavy. You have chosen to nourish your spirit rather than react to impulse, and that decision has transformed your inner environment. This shift explains why some people naturally move away from you. It is not because you harmed them or changed toward them negatively. It is because the emotional and spiritual state they live in no longer aligns with yours. Your peace highlights their unrest. Your gratitude reveals their dissatisfaction. Your faith challenges their doubt. Your clarity exposes what they avoid within themselves. Being around you now requires honesty, and not everyone is ready for that. The discomfort they feel is not about your personality. It is about the level of awareness and alignment you now carry. Your growth has raised your spiritual atmosphere, and not everyone can remain where you stand. Chosen one, growth often requires distance. As you rise spiritually, not everyone can continue the journey with you. Just as higher places require stronger lungs, higher awareness requires a purer inner state. The environment you now live in no longer supports what is rooted in fear, negativity, or confusion. What fell away from your life was not taken from you. It was removed for your protection. Some relationships, routines, and familiar spaces could not move forward with you. This was not punishment or loss. It was guidance. God was clearing your path so your growth would not be limited or contaminated by what no longer aligns with who you are becoming. At times, this new level can feel isolating. You may notice that conversations feel empty, familiar places feel heavy, and old interests no longer satisfy you. This does not mean something is wrong. It means you have changed. You have moved beyond what once held your attention. While others may not understand your shift, it is recognized and honored in the spiritual realm. Because of this elevation, the influence that once affected you no longer has the same power. Old patterns no longer pull you in. Negative voices lose their impact. Manipulation no longer confuses you. You now operate from a place of clarity, awareness, and authority. Do not return to old ways for the sake of comfort or acceptance. Do not reduce your growth to fit into spaces you have outgrown. The level you now walk in is your covering. It is your protection. It keeps you above distractions, deception, and unnecessary battles. Your growth sends a signal that you are ready for greater responsibility, deeper purpose, and stronger alignment. Even when it feels uncomfortable, trust the process. What you are becoming requires this level of separation. The last section, number 7. Your purpose confirms that darkness has already lost. Chosen one, the reason your presence creates spiritual resistance is because your life represents victory. You are living evidence that darkness no longer has authority. The Spirit of God within you has already overcome every force that once held power, and that truth is recognized in the spiritual realm. Each step you take forward confirms that opposition has failed. Every time you recover from hardship, you demonstrate strength beyond attack. Every time you choose faith over fear, integrity over compromise, and purpose over comfort, you confirm that control over your life has been broken. Those who live in fear or distraction do not threaten darkness, but a person who continues to rise after loss, who chooses hope during pain, and who refuses to give up, carries weight in the spiritual world. Your journey matters because it moves beyond survival. It advances purpose. Your daily actions carry spiritual impact. Your joy challenges despair. Your gratitude weakens discouragement. Your prayers create movement. Your consistency speaks louder than resistance. You do not need to fight loudly. Your endurance alone proves that defeat has already been decided. This is why your presence creates unease in opposing forces. You are not just moving forward for yourself. You are walking in alignment with a calling that carries lasting significance. Every victory you experience confirms that darkness has no final word. You do more than endure. You overcome. And every step you take forward is a reminder that what once tried to stop you no longer has power over your life. Beloved child of God, here is the deeper understanding. Your life has purpose beyond what you can see. You were not created randomly. You exist as part of a divine plan meant to bring change, healing, and restoration. Your journey is connected to many others, including future generations who will benefit from your obedience and growth. Because of this, resistance appears. Opposition comes not because you are weak, but because your progress creates impact. Each step you take forward carries influence beyond yourself. When you choose to continue despite difficulty, you activate healing, break destructive cycles, and open new paths for others to follow. Negative forces attempt to discourage, delay, or isolate you, but these efforts lose power each time you rise again. Every time you choose faith instead of fear, you reinforce what has already been decided. Every time you speak hope in impossible moments, you affirm that truth is stronger than circumstance. Your life stands as evidence that redemption is real, that protection is active, and that opposition does not have the final word. You represent victory in motion, not just through what you say, but through how you continue to live. Remain confident. Do not minimize who you are to make others comfortable. Do not silence your growth or reduce your light. The resistance you face is confirmation that you are aligned with authority and purpose. You carry proof that transformation is possible and that divine victory is already at work through your life.